Still not sure why that's the thing, because it never sounds right.
For reals?
Anyway,
All I'm certain of is
again,
Sons,
I've
the
gotten through a
representative,
quarter of the game so
wishes to
far,
replace everything on
all
the
on one
station
continent,
with
so
machines.
I've basically gotten through, like, 90% of it, essentially. I'm going to go to the other two, and I'm going to basically do the exact same thing I sat through on this one, I'm sure. A bunch of totally irrelevant plot stuff, followed by 3 fights with, the other 2 console goddesses there.
But all the manufacturing is done by
Followed
machines.
by,
There's little
I
for humans to
guess, the return trip around for stuff that didn't unlock
do there.
until,
Most on marketing are
after I'd been
errands and
everywhere.
buying materials.
Probably have to fight each of them like another 2 or 3 times.
I see.
And then I will finally get these little key fragment MacGuffins.
Right.
At which point, mercifully, the name on my save file will change to something else. And I'm looking at an FAQ on the side here, and after that point, I think I'm basically done. There's like one more side quest on each continent to get ultimate equipment for people, and then you can just go fight the last boss. Unless, of course, you want to recruit the other 3 goddesses, in which case you have to grind like hell for hours and hours. Which, you know, because I want to make sure nobody buys this game, I'm going to have to do that and show it to you. But, the next video update might take a while, because I'm trying not to show anything too redundant. I'm still doing a little bit of it here, but yeah, here's just the bestiary. That Cleone thing is all you ever fight when you do one of those little summoning circles with the monster call thing. It's basically like a looper from Skies of Arcadia. It's this kind of annoying fight that's usually tougher than the bosses are, just in terms of how much HP there is. They can't really hurt you, though. And they give you enough experience to go up a level or 2 every time you kill one. So I think I've gone up maybe 2 levels not from fighting Cleones, or whatever they're called. And again, the monsters are so just drab and generic and crappy, and everything in this game looks like it's... Everything in this game basically like an early generation, like, PlayStation 2 game, or 360, or, you know, original Xbox, or GameCube, or maybe Dreamcast. I had to wonder what takes so long to load all the time. Speaking of which, here I am cutting into a loading screen. We have to have that spin around every time, which you can also skip. You can skip basically all the animations in this game, which... You know, you can, like, cut down the total playtime of this to, like, 1/10 of what it would otherwise be, if you're willing to just, like, hammer buttons to skip past everything. I'm tempted to do it, but I have to pay attention to the plot to see how bad it is. Oh, here's one of those silent conversations with a little kid with the PlayStation 3. Again, it creeps me out. They're just blinking and not moving their mouths. And, the other thing with this, too, is try to pay attention to the actual dialogue here. I know it's painful, but just try. And you will see what I mean about the, boob jokes not being boob jokes. They're just, like, repeating words over and over again. And not even with context. It's just, like, I'm out of things to say. Boobies, boobies, boobies. It's such a vile, vile game. Yeah, I'm starting to run out of stuff to talk about again, even after spending like 20 hours finding the choicest clips. But, yeah, I have to say, the one thing that's like almost a challenge is the optional dungeons. They have this whole speedrun clock on them, and, there's no real reason to worry about it. You get more money that there's no reason to spend if you get through them fast enough. Apparently there was an achievement for getting an S rank time on every dungeon, which is actually laughably easy to do 90% of the time. Especially if you're, even if you're taking your time, searching around, finding every hidden chest, and then going to fight the boss. I've gotten an S rank on basically all of them. Maybe I'd get an A if I didn't skip all the animations. The one exception, though, is, like I said, sometimes you go into a fight, even a non-optional one, where the objective is just like, you know, kill X of monster Y. Most of those are like kill 10 of this really common thing, not a big deal. It'll happen whether you're trying to or not. If you're lucky... Oh, here we go with the... I think I just skipped the line up there. Whoops. But yeah, even if you're not trying to, even if you're like trying to just get the treasure chest before you leave, you'll wind up finishing the dungeon before you want to. Shut up. That's what I have to put up with this 25% of the time in this game. Okay, stuff like that. What I was saying though is, yeah, like, it's usually kill 10 common things. Sometimes though it's kill 5 of the more rare monster that's like, you know, like the big heavy hitter of the dungeon. And there you're really at the mercy of the random number generator. Like, I spent half an hour just looking for 5 of these monsters. There's nothing you can do to make them more common or anything like that. It's just hope you get the thing that only shows up 10% of the time, and don't get bad rolls. And that was kind of a good transition. I probably could have just cut there, and you'd be none the wiser, but... And yeah, I'm sorry, it takes like a little while for the videos to sync up, and these all start off with staring at the screen for a bit. Oh, here's the third fight against PlayStation 3. Wonderful. But, yeah, the closest thing to difficulty is if you're trying to S-rank every dungeon, which I guess I am. Just hoping that the rare monsters will show up if you have to kill a bunch of them. Although even that's just, you know, wasting more time. Apparently you can cheat the system by using that whole monster call thing to just like bring up 5 fights, and then save load and reset the timer. I think. Normally though, you use it once, and you think you'll use it again, because, you know, if you want to fight, you can fight. But no, you have to run around until the protection from new fights meter that it creates wears out, and then you can use it again. Which, the other thing with that too is, you don't get 5 fights worth of healing items afterwards if you use it. You just get the 1. So, other than just, like, you know, avoiding combat, slowing you down, which it isn't very good for. Well, no, actually I think you wind up with more fights if you use it most of the time. If you save Scum and use it, and make sure you only get like the 1 or 2 fights, and then you fight less, but why would you do that and end up lower level, unless you're trying to like make the game harder for yourself? Which I could see doing, it's, you know, easy enough. Insultingly so. But, you know, if you want to make the game harder for yourself, just play it risky with your healing items, like set it only got 25% of the time. Anyway. My voice is starting to get a little bit here. Yeah, here's the third PlayStation 3 fight. Just as easy as the last 2. There's nothing to really worry about. You can just mash your attacks. In every fight. Because again, you don't have to like stop and heal. There's no strategy. If you really want to, you can like back out of your combo at the last minute and defend. But other than that, just, you know, find what does most damage and just do it all the time.
Let my prey go.
Yeah, I'm so surprised at how often the cave gets recycled for the dungeons. Oh, this one's actually using the little factory background instead, I see. But, you know, 90% of the time it's the cave.
I think I can keep going.
And it's also impressive how hard it is to navigate when you're running around in there. I've been cutting most of the dungeon stuff out, but, like, the camera angle is way too close and tight to the characters, and the camera controls suck, and it's really easy to get turned around because it always tries to realign behind you, and the map goes by your facing, not by the camera's facing. You wind up running into a lot of door frames from that point. A lot. And oh yeah, here's the other thing. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but you can reconfigure skills mid-battle if you want to. What I'm doing here is I just got this skill that the FAQ was talking up like crazy. I don't think it's actually that much better than what I've been using, but might as well show it off, right? It's kind of like the equivalent of a limit break, except this game doesn't really, you know, have any sort of, like, resource management of any kind. so you can just kind of do it. It takes a lot of AP, but
I'm going
that's about
all
it.
out. Be prepared.
And you get this level 20, which is you get fairly early on in the game. And look at this ridiculous garbage if you actually choose to watch it. What's interesting is you get this level 20. It costs 60 AP, which at level 20 I have 90. So when I first tried to use it, I couldn't because I was using these high AP combos, and it has to go on the last slot. It also basically ends your turn. Well, it ends your combo anyway. You can't, you know, combo something else, which doesn't really matter if you have AP left anyway. You can just start another attack. Oh yeah. Basically at the beginning of the game even, you get this other move, which costs 100 AP,
Need to use more.
which just kind of like rots away in your move list for the whole game. Because, again, like I think now I'm in the mid-20s and I still don't have enough AP to actually use it. I'm guessing it's Super Mega Overkill Special Attack of some kind. The only thing I've noticed about this one that makes it halfway worth using is it doesn't actually say so in the description of it, but it hits every target with its, you know, what was it, like, 30-something attacks. It's kind of fun when you skip it, too, and just, like, you know,
I'll get you up.
suddenly triples the total damage on there and ups the little hit counter to, like, 40-something. Yeah, here's the whole guard break thing going on again, which keeps the hit counter running, which I don't think actually affects damage in any way. Although there is an achievement for getting to 100 apparently, so, you know, at some point I'm going to have to sit there and do that. Just
That
because.
wasn't enough to take me down.
But yeah, you have this, like, special move the whole game that you can't use. And then you get this one, which is also kind of disgusting that you can use. And, I mean, they know how much AP you have at every level. I don't understand why they just give it to you when you have enough that you can actually use it.
However, there's still one way. This entire landmass.
And now we talk to the PlayStation 3 for a while.
Don't ever forget
And
that.
first we talk to her in her powered up form, of course. And then she
Doesn't
leaves.
matter how many times you try,
I guess we follow her.
justice is
Um,
totally on our side.
And after that, she's going to show up in her
Such balanced
form that she has for non-magical girl form, which you have seen.
Not like she's
She
a
has all those blog
mean
posts that you can
milling
watch.
machine. She won't satisfy my hunger.
She's a well-known public figure.
No, I mean, she despises you. She probably knows something about you.
The
far
reason
than
you
losing
come
your
to this
limit.
continent is to go find her and ask her about the whole key fragment thing.
Snap. I could ask
But no,
her
she's a
for
mystery
my
character.
capture. I didn't even think about it. Wait up.
A strange and mysterious mystery character.
Jeez, she's got such a one.
I wonder who it could be.
Shall we? I'm sure she'll be fine.
Oh wait, it says... I think she even, like, refers to herself by name in one of these conversations before you show up, doesn't she?
Nothing's going my way.
Uh,
I lost to Neptune and my
Or if she's, like,
powers
talking to her
went
goon
out
with just a
on
burn
top
name.
of that.
Also, how are those... Oh, here we have the other, Jiggle Vision still.
Gotcha. All right.
You gotta watch carefully if you want to catch it, I suppose. Because it
Neptune,
goes by the camera movement.
don't scare me like that. Have you come after me?
Um,
Fine. Let's go. Fair and square.
so yeah, here's her official showing up picture, I guess.
Whoa, hold your ponies. Have we met? Sorry. Who
Which
are
appears
you?
the first
And where are you
non-skippable
from?
time that you can see them, I suppose, or something like that.
But we know each other.
You
right?
missed the one of the Wii showing up, because I wanted to go around over there for a while, but whatever. Just that picture showed up. Okay.
Explains why I became an amnesiac so easily. You know, it kind of sucks.
So yeah, the PlayStation 3 is Blackheart, because the PlayStation 3 is black, unlike all the other consoles, which
Neptune, you
are only
lost your
sometimes black.
Oh, I see. That's